Hey, what's up? My name is Man. So I don't know if you can still remember, but a while ago I published a dark progressive house FLP in the style of Manse. And for today's video I created again an FLP in the style of Manse, but this time it's more like in the style of his emotional side, I would say, like more emotional. And but before we go into the FLP, I just wanted to let you know that I'm dropping a new track on the 2nd of October and you can pre-save it now. Make sure to check out the first link for that, but let's check out the FLP. So this is what the FLP looks like, but before I start to talk about anything, I will just want to show everything so that you will know what I'll be talking about in this video. Yeah, so that's what it sounds like, and just for the sake of this video I bounce out the leads so that like my computer doesn't go nuts. So I think it's best to start with the melody, and in the break I'm introducing the melody with like a plug and like a lead type of sound, and this is what it sounds like. And also this is what the MIDI looks like. And yeah, then in the break I layered like some string chords underneath the melody, and the strings sound like that. It's like so emotional already. That's why I love strings so much. I use them like also for my own tricks, like pretty much every time. And yeah, for the strings I use Flex actually, which is like a standard FL Studio plugin. I think it's like their newest plugin. And yeah, it's like the all string sustain preset. And for the melody I will actually show you the presets later when we're at the drop. And then we got a piano in the break and it sounds like that. So the piano is also playing the chords, but it's playing them in the rhythm of the melody. So it's not just sustained chords. And also like I'm using a low pass filter to open the piano up and to have it like fully open on the drop. And also I'm having like a volume automation over here to kind of, you know, decrease the volume a bit before the drop. And then we have some ambient sounds right here. And they sound like that. So these sounds really also help making it more emotional, but they also add depth to the track and they just like really fill out the mix. And also with these I'm using a low pass filter to open them up, and on the drop the filter is fully open. Yeah, and then the rest is like this downlifter right here. Yeah, and then in the build up I'm adding like drums, like snares, etc. And they sound like that. And then we got uplifters as well to kind of really help create the suspense in the build up and to have the drop hit hard. And with the uplifters it sounds like that. And that's pretty much it with the break or the build up already. And now let me show you what I use in the drop. So let me show you the drums first again. So I have the claps, etc. and like the downlifters that I already used before. And with the kick drum, it sounds like that. So as you can tell, I have like 2 downlifters which are like dropping after every bar, and that's also something which Manse does a lot, and this really like gives the drop more energy because you have that like constant like high frequencies which are like playing like which really have like giving it more energy. Yeah, then we got like a ride on every kick drum right here, and then I also added these fill sounds which Manse also uses. And then at the end of the drop, I also added like the risers back into the track. And then let me show you again the leads for this track. So as you can tell, in this moment right here, like in this part, I dropped out the sidechain. This is also something which Manse does a lot. And then let me show you the presets that I use for the leads. So the first one is from Spire, and this one is like this Plug Redux DP preset. And by the way, this time I also included like all the third-party presets. So because like some of you asked me to add them to the pack, because I don't know, they didn't really load for your plugins or something. So yeah, if that might be the case, you can just like go into the presets folder which comes with the pack, and then you can just like load the presets. Yeah, obviously I also like color graded the whole FLP so you can see where stuff is and like where everything is going like in the mix, etc. So that's all clear. But let's continue with the leads. So this is the second lead. It's also from Spire. The third one, Spire again. This one is from Nexus, and then the fifth one from Nexus as well. And this plug preset right here is actually the same as the first one. I'm just using this one with like less of this cutoff knob right here in the break. And then this one here in the drop a bit more like open with the cutoff. Yeah, then as you can see, they go to channel 7 and one of them to 8, but channel 7 is like the lead bus channel. And on here we have 2 equalizers, and this is what the first one is doing. And then the second one is for the low and the high cut. Then we got some stereo enhancer to like widen them up slightly, really just a bit, like 8%. And then we got P controller and Fruity Reverb to basically do this. Some Endless Smile for like build up automation to kind of make the leads more washed out in the build up and to have them like stronger back in the drop. Yeah, and then we got Kickstart for the sidechain. Then let me show you the Synth Chords. So for these I used 3 layers and all together sound like that. So this first one is again from Spire. Yes, I like to use Spire a lot, as you can tell. Then the second one's from Nexus. And then the third one from Nexus as well. And again, all the presets are also included in the pack. And for the Synth Chords, I used channel 9 as a bus channel. So also like this channel 10 is going to channel 9. And on here I have again like some equalizing, really nothing crazy, just like this right here, and then like the second one for the low and the high cut again. Then again some stereo enhancing to like widen them up. This one a little more is with the leads, and then again the sidechain, and that's it with like synth chords. Then we got piano chords in the drop, so these are the same I also use in the break. And for this I used the true pianos. Only for this plugin I did not know how to like export the presets, so yeah, I'm sorry for that. So like this preset is not included, but all the other third-party VSTs are included. So this one goes to channel 11. So again, like this is all clear, you can see that. Channel 11 piano, also color graded. Yeah, so this equalizing right here for the pianos is quite savage already. No, like I just like got rid of some of those like lower mids or like higher bass notes, kind of make it a bit more clean. And then I also boosted the higher mids a bit and highs in the piano. And then again we got the low and the high cut. Then we have sound codizer to kind of compress the sound a little. And then the fruity reverb. Then we got the low filter for the low pass automation. For the low pass filter automation, which I showed you in the build up or in the break, and then the sidechain again, and then last effect is the fruity balance for volume automation, and that's it with the piano. At least with the first piano. Over here I have another piano, and this one only plays like a specific note of each chord. So this one sounds like that. As you can tell, it's from true pianos as well, and this one goes to channel 7, which actually was the lead bass channel, so I already showed you these effects. And then we have an ARP, which Manse also uses a lot on his tracks. So this one is from Spyro, the +1 preset, and this one goes to channel 12. And on here we only have a bit of equalizing and some sidechaining. And then again we have those, like I called them voice effect, ambient sounds, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, I already showed them in the break, but again they sound like that. And then pretty much the only thing left is the bassline. So for the sub bass I used 2 instances of the 3x oscillator from FL Studio. This one which is just a sine wave, and then the second one is just a sine wave as well, but the second one is just playing like an octave higher than the other one. And the sub bass solely sounds like that. So they really just play like those lower sub frequencies, so if you're listening on the phone you probably can't even hear them. And yeah, the subs go to channel 1, and on here I have this equalizer to only like make sure there are really no higher frequencies coming through, so that we really only have the lower ones. And then I added this head crusher effect, which is like a distortion plugin, and this one just adds some slight overtones to the sub in order to make it a bit fatter. And then we got the deep blue tape stop in order to create that like slowed down effect, which I did after like every bar. And that's also something which Manse tends to use a lot. I think he doesn't actually use the tape stop, but what he does is like he automates the pitch of his bass, but I just did that with the tape stop effect. And yeah, then we got this sidechain, and yeah, now let's check out the mid bass. It's actually just 2 layers for the mid bass. So this first one is again from Spire, and then the second one is from Sine 1, and here I only like made like a superstar kind of sound. Yeah, the first one goes to channel 5, second one to channel 6. And so I only have like some EQing on both of these channels, as well as this distortion plugin. And both of them go to channel 4. So for channel 4 is like the mid bass bass channel. And on here I have again some EQing, the tape stop effect, some low pass filter automation, endless smile for the build up again, and the balance for volume automation, and last but not least we got the sidechain again. And that's pretty much it with like the bass line. So again, yeah, what I then still added was like this sub drop effect in the drop, because this is also something which Manse tends to like add a lot to his drops. And then like the last sound which I haven't showed you yet is this impact sound. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the FLP already. So let me show you the drop once again. Yeah, so that's it with the FLP. You can get this one for 1 year. Just check out the second link in the description. And the first link is the pre-save link to my upcoming track Runaway, which will drop on the 2nd of October. So make sure you go pre-save it. I'll play it now in the outro, and that's it with this video. Make sure to drop a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.